Good morning, friends. How are you? Happy Friday. It's a gorgeous morning. It was 55 degrees when I woke up, and now it's 59 out. Beautiful sunny day. Love listening to the sounds of nature. There's been a red squirrel that has been out running up and down. Couple birds. Jerry's got to feed the birds today. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a blue jay. But every morning I come out in the sunroom. This is my instructions for the fairy dust. So I can see, because it's just not straightforward. You either are knitting in the back loop or you're doing a double crochet down the row below into that loop. So I haven't had breakfast yet. Only had 1 cup of coffee. And it's getting time to go make breakfast and a second cup of coffee. So I'm hoping I gotta straighten the kitchen up a little bit. I'd like to do some English muffins this morning. I have a recipe I haven't tried, so I'd like to try that. But it's supposed to be a gorgeous day in the 70s. So last night I worked on my July square temperature, blanket square. I got that caught up. I have not hooked together the first, January, February, March to April, May, or June yet. I knitted on that sock a little bit longer last night. But I can tell that I want to knit on something different. So maybe I'll pull out one of the Christmas stuff that I want to knit on, to start on that. While working on this blanket, normally I can keep up with the blanket, but normally I'm not having a garden or canning or anything like that. So the next clue came out on the fairy dust, which is the butterflies. So I am now officially 2 clues behind, but this one right here, I'm catching up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got about 14 more rows left to do on this clue, and then I can go to the daisies. And the daisies isn't very long, so. But here's to Friday, my friends. May we have a great, awesome Friday and beginning to the weekend. And I will chat with y'all later, hopefully. Thanks again, friends. This is why I cannot have plants over there by the squirrels, because as you can see, they are eating it. And that is actually plants that they are not supposed to like. This is what happens when Jerry quit feeding the squirrels. They have been just naughty little buggers. Hey friends, happy Friday. We are out. Might as well say this is our little date thing. It is gorgeous outside. It is probably near 80, but there's a beautiful breeze. Clouds are gorgeous. The sky is gorgeous. And so we're at Mooville getting some ice cream, and this will be our supper tonight. So I am working in stuff when my hubby comes in and says, hey, you want to go for ice cream? I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, no, it's going to cost me too many points. I want to live the life with him so we can enjoy it. So today's been a kind of laid back day. I should have done laundry, but I didn't. And I crocheted this morning. You would have saw that. And I basically have sat in the sunroom listening to that songbird that has been singing all day long. Oh my goodness. Went out and checked the garden, and those pesky cucumber beetles, I'm telling you, we've been doing neem oil, we've been picking them off and everything, but y'all, I just want some cucumbers. So and then I've been wanting to try making English muffins, and my friend Shar, she always makes her stuff like that. She makes English muffins, she makes their breads, she makes their snacks. She has a dehydrator. She has done their jerky. She has done their fruit roll-ups, their fruits and dried snacks. She dehydrates mushrooms for cream of mushroom soup that she does. You name it, she does it. Now, she still buys convenient stuff from the store, but oh, and she also does her yogurt. But I've been wanting to try it, and I did see on Instagram there was a homesteader, and she had done these English muffins, and they were done on the fry pan or the cast iron pan or whatever you have. And it didn't take very many ingredients, and it was just basically, it was white flour and yeast and warm water and melted butter, only 2 tablespoons, and 3 teaspoons of honey and salt. That was it. And you mixed it up and you kneaded it for 5 minutes. I did it in the KitchenAid with the dough hook, and then shaped it into a ball, and then I let it rise an hour till doubled, and it rose. And then you're supposed to divide it up in 10 equal pieces. So I just weighed the dough out, and then that way I knew what each one should be about. And then she says that you put parchment paper down on a cookie sheet, and then you roll the dough ball out. Sprinkle first a tablespoon of cornmeal on your parchment paper, and then you put the balls onto the parchment paper, and then you press it down until it's like 3/4 inch thick. And then you cover them. Well, then you sprinkle a little bit of water up on top, and then you dust them with some not cornstarch, cornmeal. Hopefully I said cornmeal. If I didn't, it was cornmeal on top. And then you cover them, and then you let them set for 20 minutes. And then they are enough to relax, and then they raise a little bit more. And then you just throw them in your fry pan on a medium-low heat, and you just basically fry them, you know, for 9 minutes on one side, flip it over, 5 minutes on the other side. And you would have saw pictures of all that. So I kept 3 out. It makes 10. I kept 3 out, and the rest went into the freezer. They're going to be 5 points because of the white flour. So I don't know how I can reduce the points down for that. So, but they're thicker than the store-boughts, and my friend Char told me they look great, and they look like hers. And she says, and they are thicker than the store-boughts, and they are always talking. And they are let me put the window back up, better tasting. So, but anyways, there's Mr. Jerry.
Hi.
So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to have him hang on to this a minute so I can shut the camera off. And I will chit chat with y'all later. Hey friends, we are back home. Gorgeous drive. I told Jerry, I says, thanks for the little quick date. He chuckles, but they really are. I mean, we're home all the time together, but he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. We have 2 separate TVs, 2 different rooms, because what he watches, there's no way I'm watching, and what I watch, he's not going to watch. So, but I pulled out the last year at Christmas time, or last year I had bought some yarn from Knit Picks, and I was going to do 2 hats and one for our son and his wife Lindsay. They had went to Alaska, and somebody had done this hat, and I saw it, and I went to Ravelry and I bought it, and I bought the yarn, and needless to say, it didn't get knit last year because I crocheted everybody hats. I did like 13 of them. And so then I thought, well, you know, I still would like to do that hat for them. And then I would figure something out for Bethany and her husband, Kevin. And so I pulled the yarns out, and it is stranded knitting, which means that you're using 2 colors. So you're carrying 1 color, so the pattern might go, let's say, black and white, let's say, and it will tell you to knit 2 blacks and 3 whites and 1 black and 4 white, stuff like that. So you have to carry both yarns. And the way I do stranded knitting is I knit, I think, I'm not for sure if I'm a continental because I do my purls a little bit different, but I first started out as an English knitter, which meant that when I knit, I would throw the yarn around like this. And then I was getting pains in my right hand from throwing it. So then I went to and taught myself how to do, well, actually my mom showed me how she was knitting. Don't want to compete with that clock. And so it was a combination of continental and something else, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so technically I continental with my left hand, and so when I knit, the yarn goes over with this hand. So when I do stranded knitting, I can hang on to the yarn in this hand and the yarn in this hand, and I can do them both. And so I had to do a swatch because, you know, it says it fits a size head 21 inches to 23. Well, our son's like 6'3", 6'4", and I know his head size is 23 because last year when I made everybody hats when they were here at Thanksgiving, I went around with a tape measure and measured everybody's head and wrote it down. But so I need to get the gauge correct because I don't want his to be so tight that it keeps popping off his noggin. So I got the yarn out and I was knitting along on it, doing the swatch, and I've got probably an inch done on this swatch. And then I thought, well, I'm going to show it to you guys. So I recorded a little bit that you won't see. And I went to show you the yarn. Y'all, it's wool. It's merino wool. It is wash and dry wool. But that was the one thing that a lot of the family said that they can't wear. Our son says it's okay. His wife really didn't answer, but I got the impression she couldn't. And they're both wool. And there was only 1 skein of each. And all it is it's 1 color for the rim and the trees, because it has trees in it. And I'll try to remember to pop pictures up of the pattern. what it looks like. And then the background was all variegated. So what I need to do, because it's fingering, so it's like sock weight yarn, I just now I need to go. I know that I will have fingering for the solid, is just the background color, because the trees are the solid and it's like the northern lights in the background. So in all of my sock stuff, I know I don't have anything that's going to represent like that. So the only thing I can do is take it to one of the yarn stores. You can hear Jerry out there in his workshop area. Both our doors are open. And tell them this is what I want to do. Do they have any, you know, thing to do? Because, you know, I don't want it to be wool where it's going to bother them. And wool tends to bother my hands a little sometimes. Not bad, but sometimes it does. And so, yeah, I was a little disappointed because I actually used exactly what she said to use, and I didn't even think about the wool part of it. So I tucked it back away. So I won't be knitting on that this weekend unless I can find something in my stash. The only other thing I thought about doing was just doing a solid background color, and so that the trees stand out. I thought about doing the trees in white and then doing the background color as a solid, you know, but I do like the changing tones of color. So I don't know, I'm going to have to think on that one, or basically I will try to find something different, but I really want to do that hat for them. So I'll have to think on that a little bit. But anyways, I wanted to show you, I forgot to show you July's Freckled Whimsy orders that I get once a month, and I'm sure if anybody has them, they already have them. I know Miss Jenny has had hers almost I don't know, half month before everybody else did. So I'm going to show you those. And other than that, you know, I'm going to end the vlog for the day so I can get it all edited and uploaded. So the Christmas one, they're both very pretty. The Christmas one I get in her DK weight, in her Serendipity, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It's 245 yards, 100 grams, and it is called Christmas Wrapping Party, and it is supposed to be a 12 stripe repeat, and I always get it with the mini. Look at this. So I will try to bring it up so you can see. So this one is, I will be doing this on a US 3 because this is what will make it thicker. But isn't that pretty? So this one is a Freckled Whimsy, and again, this one's a 12 stripe repeat, Christmas Wrapping Party. This is, all of these are going to be socks. And so I got this one, and then I get her Halloween Club one, and this one is number 3, and I think that there's 6 of them. I think, right, Jenny? Anyways, this one is on her Splendid. Now this is my favorite base of hers. I love this base because it's got a little bit more bounce or spring to it. So this one is her Splendid base, and it's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards, 100 grams. And this one's called Goblin Party. It's a 12 stripe repeat, And y'all, this definitely is coming to me. Look at this. This is so pretty. So, so pretty. Of course, I like all those colors. So, yes, ma'am, this is coming to me. This one I'm claiming. It seems like all the Christmas ones are working out to where Jerry really likes them. And so far, all the Halloweens are coming to me. But, so, those are the two freckled whimsies right here. The Christmas and the Halloween. I think that that is why I don't want to knit on that neon one, because I want to do one of these. I think I want to do this one. So anyways, I just wanted to come on and show you these. I saw them in there and I thought, oh, I haven't showed you guys any of that. That's the only new yarn that is coming in. Other than that, I'm gonna let you go. I hope that your weekend is a fantastic one, and yeah, Jerry's got an auction he's going to go to tomorrow, so I will be home crocheting on my fairy dust afghan, and might be dehydrating mushrooms. We'll see. Aldi's had a sale on mushroom slices for $1.29 for an 8-ounce thing, and he picked up 2, which I'm glad he did, because my friend Shar said dry mushrooms, and then once they're dehydrated, when you make your cream soup bases and you need cream of mushroom, then you can just add some of those to it, and that the liquid will make them back to where they was originally. So I'm going to try that, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll just do whatever I feel like doing. So, but anyways, thanks again, my friends, and I will chit chat with you on a Saturday.